Hello Aquarius, my name is Jason. This is your general tarot reading for March 2019. This is a general reading, so it could be about love, career, any questions at the forefront of your mind. You'll know in the first couple of minutes, I would say, if this reading is for you. If it is, or even if it isn't, please check out my readings for your moon and rising signs, and I'm pretty sure one of those will either fill in the gaps for you or resonate if this one doesn't. Okay, but for now, Aquarius, you go into the month of March with the Page of Cups energy. Okay, so you're feeling quite a youthful energy about yourself, as though you've got like a rejuvenated sense of youth. So you're feeling quite young about something, some excitement which has just come into your life, or a new chapter which is about to start. And you're feeling generous emotionally toward the world around you, I'm feeling. We'll see how that plays out. Okay, what's crossing you is the High Priestess. Okay, so the High Priestess talks about spirituality and moving in both worlds, moving in a spiritual sense and in a practical sense, and making those things work. Okay, so I'm feeling that you may be having some issues connecting. Perhaps you've lost some faith in the powers that be, or in the higher power, in your spirit guides over something, or perhaps you've let that slip somehow. So where you may have been in a good practice of meditation and reflection, for example, perhaps something's happened, or things have got in the way, and you're not doing that as much as you were, perhaps. We'll have a look at that. Your conscious goal for the month of March, you have the Three of Wands. Okay, so you've been planning something, and you're ready to just look out into the distance, and you're ready to take that step. This character here, he's looking out there, he's aware of what he's up to and what he wants, or general direction of where he wants to go. He's done some work and is just about ready to start on a journey. And so it looks like that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to get all your ducks in a row so you can embark on a new journey in your life somehow. It's a good card for planning, and it's a very optimistic and energetic card. It's also a card of travel, so perhaps you're trying to get things ready for yourself to travel somewhere or move on from something. We'll have a look and see where that goes. Unknown influence. Your unknown influence, you have the Empress. Okay, I'm feeling that there might be a maternal figure in your midst who may be impacting on your decisions or on your ability to move forward somehow. Not necessarily in a bad way. Actually, she can be quite a positive influence. Perhaps you need to be mothering someone, or there is someone who needs looking after or mothering, or something like that. We'll have a look at that. Okay, in your recent past, you have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so if this is your energy, Aquarius, it seems as though you've come into some kind of status, some kind of stability, which has allowed you to look out into the future. The Queen of Pentacles usually runs a very nice household. She's well respected by her peers and those around her, and she has a good sense of herself. Okay, so that's looking like how you're feeling. You're quite stable, you're feeling quite abundant, or you were, and we'll see where that goes. Okay, your future position. Okay, in the near future, you have the World card. Now, the World card is about a chapter closing. So something's closing off in your life, and you've really made some realizations about yourself and who you are. So it's almost like you've leveled up, and you've seen to yourself that you've leveled up in the world somehow, spiritually usually, but also perhaps you've reached some kind of qualification, or you've just done some learning which has allowed you to step into a new role somehow, or if you haven't done it, you will be doing it. And so there's a cycle which will be completing fairly soon, and it's going to allow you to spread your wings. The World card is the last card in the Major Arcana, okay, and that's why it's indicating to me a brand new cycle is just about to begin, and it's looking like it's going to allow you to reach this conscious goal of looking at the next big thing in your life, your next big direction. So very optimistic, Aquarius. Your talents, what are you bringing right now to the question at the top of your mind, or the situation that you're in? Okay, you have the Three of Cups. So the Three of Cups talks about celebration, it talks about collaboration. It's also saying that perhaps you just need to be careful that you don't celebrate too early. So you can see here the lady is celebrating and everything's very happy, but I'm seeing that there are still some tidying up to do. If you have a look at the fruit on the ground, for example, all the work's not done. So perhaps you are, while it's good to be optimistic, I'm feeling just don't count your chickens before they hatch. So make sure all those I's are dotted and T's are crossed before you move on to something. Otherwise, I'm feeling that something's going to stop you. Mercury will be going retrograde soon. I'm not an astrologer, but this is saying that just make sure everything's right before you celebrate, because there could be some spanner thrown in the works somehow. So make sure everything's watertight. Okay, Aquarius. And your environment, the way the world sees you, the way you see yourself in the world, and the way you see the world. Okay, the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords talks about having a win, but it's quite often a small win at the expense of some friends, or perhaps people that you were associated with once, and you've had to sort of dissociate yourself from them because of some legal thing which was happening, or perhaps there was some office politics which sort of soured or muddied some waters there, and you don't feel as good about people as you did, even though you've had a victory, a moral victory perhaps. Perhaps there was some gossip around the workplace or somewhere, and some people were shown their comeuppance, if you like, but it doesn't make you feel really good, okay? We'll try and clarify that there. That's a pretty uncomfortable sort of a feeling there. But generally, this is a very positive spread you've got going, Aquarius. Okay, your hopes and fears. This is the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords talks about indecision, about a decision you know you need to make, but you don't really want to make it. Perhaps you're waiting for some more information or the right time. This decision's sort of asking you to step out a little bit and open yourself up. At the moment, you'll see that this character is blindfolded, so perhaps she needs some more information about something. And she's got those swords crossed across her chest, so as though she's protecting her heart. And with the moon in the background also, it's like there's something unknown or mysterious out there. Now, I'm feeling also that this decision's come about because you've just had a rough patch somewhere, so you've just come through these rough waters with these rocks behind you, and you've navigated yourself through there, and you've landed on dry land, and now it's just like you're at the crossroads and you need to know which way to go. That's what I'm getting there for that. So you'll know what that is about, I'm pretty sure, if that's resonating for you, Aquarius. In the outcome position, you have the Page of Pentacles. Oh, great. Okay, so there could be a start there. There just might be a new start for a business opportunity, perhaps, or a way to make money on the side. And it's looking like just a small thing at the moment. Perhaps someone's asked you to do some selling for them, or it could just be a one-off thing where you might have come across a bargain and you're going to on-sell it to make some money, something like that, I'm feeling. But it's if it's not that, it could actually be someone inviting you to perhaps start a business or be a part of their new venture somehow. So that's the main 10 cards, and we'll clarify some of those now with the Hanson Roberts deck, and we'll just see what comes out. I'm not feeling the need to clarify a lot of these. I am interested in what's crossing you, the High Priestess. Why is the High Priestess crossing you? Remember, you started with the Page of Cups, this quite young, energy, but it's quite an emotional, like you've got a new start, like you're starting out new on something. And you've got this very spiritual card here in the High Priestess, which is blocking you or crossing you somehow. So I said it was something about spirituality, how perhaps you've fallen out of a good habit you were getting into of meditation or reflection, or maybe I'm feeling you might need to there might be some secrets which you want to give or speak out, and it might be a bit gossipy. So I'm thinking perhaps try not to engage in too much gossip. If secrets do come out, someone might be telling you these secrets, and secrets seem to lose their potency when they're divulged somehow. But we'll have a look. Why is the High Priestess here for Aquarius for March 2019? Why is the High Priestess here? Okay, and you have the Hierophant. Okay, so the Hierophant also can be quite a spiritual card, and the Hierophant also represents traditions, represents the accepted way of doing things. Okay, and so it looks like there's a bit of a conflict here between, somehow I'm getting the idea that you want to be more traditional and something's asking you to use your intuition more. So should you follow the traditional rules, or should you just follow your intuition somehow? Why is a Hierophant here? I'll just clarify that a bit more and find out what's going on here. I don't think it's, I mean, there are two strong cards there, the High Priestess and the Hierophant, pretty significant major arcana here. And why would they be interfering with your energy, or how are they contributing to stopping you from moving forward? Or let's have a look. Okay, you've got, okay, Judgment, another major arcana. Okay, yes, there is a decision you need to make, or there will be in March, and it's quite a significant decision. Okay, so you've got these three cards here, Aquarius. They're all major arcana. You have the High Priestess, a very spiritual card which asks you to use your intuition to find out the secrets to something, perhaps explain something about yourself or discover something about yourself which you weren't quite aware of before. And then we have the Hierophant, and the Hierophant talks about following the traditional path. So are you perhaps moving away? I just got that you're thinking of pulling out of a marriage because it doesn't quite feel right. Okay, that's quite significant if that's, or you just have pulled out of a marriage or an engagement, or that's for probably very few of you. And then you've got the Judgment card here, which once you make this decision, whatever it is, there's no going back. It's also a card of karma. So whatever you do, make sure you're very upfront about your intentions and your feelings. And whoever you're affecting here or you're impacting, I'm pretty sure they deserve to know whatever your decisions are. Okay. Perhaps you've gone into something and it all sounded good at the beginning, and now you're sort of realizing that you're not quite ready. Okay, that maybe that's what's happening. Well, you'll know if that's for you. Okay, so let's have a look at what's this Three of Wands about? Why is the Three of Wands here? So you're looking out into the distance, you've got some plans, you want to go somewhere, travel somewhere, eloping perhaps. Maybe one of you out there's considering eloping or going a long distance to meet a lover or someone who you're interested in. And it could be like a life-changing thing. Let's have a look. Why is the Three of Wands here for Aquarius for March 2019? And you've got the Tower. Okay, so I talked about not having, you won't be able to go back, okay, from whatever decision this is that you've made. You want this Tower to come down. Okay, I'm getting that feeling. You want this Tower to come down, whatever it is, this establishment or whatever it is, so you can get this freedom here. Okay, and it's looking like it's happening for you. So you've been working towards this Tower coming down, Aquarius, and now the Tower is, it could be, because there are so many major arcana there, it could be quite a life-changing thing which you have brought about here, and it's not necessarily a negative thing. It's just one that is going to require you to take responsibility, and it's going to require maturity. So this Page of Cups energy that you had, or that you had at the beginning of March, I'm feeling that's going to have to change, and you're going to need to adopt a more mature approach, a more worldly approach to what's going on around you. So I can see some real growth coming for you. Some people might get hurt. You'll know what I'm talking about if that's you, Aquarius. We'll have a look and find out. See if I can get a bit closer. What is this goal about? So you want some freedom, you want to be able to travel or go somewhere or start something new, but before you can, something has to fall down. Please clarify that for us. Please clarify that, Spirit. Okay, and the Hermit. Okay, so the Hermit card's another major arcana. You're getting a lot of these, Aquarius. So this is about soul searching, about seeing what's really right for you. So whatever it is that you've worked at bringing down, it's because you weren't quite sure that you were on the right path. And this Hermit card is saying that yes, you've still got some soul searching to do, some growing up to do. You'll need to go deep within to find your answer, and it's there somewhere. And so there's this meditation. Remember before I talked about how perhaps your meditation practices have been lackadaisical, or you haven't really been able to get in that space. This card's really asking you to do that, to become more aware of who you are. And I think I'm getting the feeling that's what this is all about. I'm feeling that you're really wanting some growth there, and to get that growth, you're going to have to drop a lot of stuff out of your life, maybe change the environment that you're in. That's what I'm getting there. But if that's for you, you'll know it. Let's have a look at the Queen of Pentacles. So your past energy is that you've been able to make these decisions and these moves from a position of stability, and you came from quite a safe place to do this. You know, I'm not even being drawn to. I'm just seeing that you've come from a good space, and you're breaking out of that. Okay, so the World card. The World card is in your future position. Okay, so the approaching influence, if you like. So you've reached this new level of understanding, or you will reach this new level of understanding about yourself. So that's starting to add up with the Hermit and the Tower and the bright yellow of the Three of Wands there. So let's have a look. Please, Spirit, please clarify the World card for Aquarius for March 2019. And you have the Knight of Rods. Okay, so the Knight of Wands, perhaps there's an exciting new lover or an exciting new person, a new friend who might not be good for you, but they're giving you a sense of adventure that perhaps you've felt a bit stuck with or by. So perhaps you've been in an environment which was quite boring, and you're heading towards something with this new realization about yourself that you want to spread your wings. And the Knight of Rods is the kind of person who can help you do that, and which is okay. But I'm thinking you're realizing already that this is not a permanent thing, but I think you're a bit sick of permanence at the moment. You want something else now. You want something unstable to brighten up your life. So it looks like you're trying to climb out of a rut, or climb out of a boring situation, or a boring relationship, or a boring job, or something like that. Okay. Now your talents at the moment, you're working on something. Remember, we had the Three of Cups here. And so it's like you have a feeling of celebration around you, but the caution is to perhaps don't celebrate before it's time. There are still a few things to work out. For example, how are you going to pay for this new thing? Or who are you going to take with you, and who are you going to leave behind? Or do you have to sell something first to make this happen? Have a look. Why is the Three of Cups here for Aquarius for March 2019? And you've got the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so the Ten of Pentacles talks about financial and material abundance generally. It's a beautiful card to have. And because this is in your current position, this is what it's saying. It's saying this is what you have right now. So you're working from a fairly strong celebratory position. But the Ten of Pentacles is also quite a conservative card. And because it's clarifying your celebration of the Three of Cups, you're probably just being asked to don't throw out the baby with the bathwater. So there are some things you're better off just keeping aside. So almost like a nest egg. And when we see the Ten of Pentacles, we talk about having a nest egg, basically this abundance that everyone's happy and everyone's provided for. And I'm getting the feeling that even though it's not really in an advice position, that's what I'm feeling there. Don't throw out the baby with the bathwater. Don't, well, you know what I'm saying. Just keep something aside in case it's something to fall back on. Okay, that's what I should have said originally instead of just repeating myself. Okay, let's have a look at why is the Five of Swords here. So this is in your environment. So you're working on. You're going to have to let something or someone go. Okay, and to do it, you might win an argument, but they may be able to come back down the track and say, "I told you so," and you know what you're talking about, and you're taking the gamble. And look, I'm seeing here this is quite positive. This is quite positive. It's just that you're at some kind of a crossroads, and you're feeling good about taking a risk. And of course, take risk. That'll get flow happening, but you never want to throw everything out like the Fool. Now, having said that, maybe the Fool will come up here. Why is the Five of Swords here for Aquarius for March? What are the Five of Swords here for March in their environment? What can we say about that? And you have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so another pentacle, another knight. Okay, so the Knight is quite a stable energy. Okay, they're quite reliable. They don't move that quickly. So perhaps either it looks like you're feeling as though things are moving too slowly for you. Okay, so you're energetic and you're worried that maybe your enthusiasm might fade if things don't happen quickly. But so often readers tell us, and we feel it too in ourselves, that when we want something now, and it's like an impulse, and it's almost an overwhelming desire to get something now before we miss out, that's usually the worst time to move on something. And so I'm getting that feeling there, perhaps that's what's happening. So you might be being asked to just, again, don't lose your friendships or burn those bridges. That's what I got for that. Okay. All right, let's have a look at the Two of Swords. What kind of decision is this? So you've had a hard time, you've just come out onto dry land, you're trying to protect yourself, but you know you've got to make a decision. You want some more information. It's an uncertain way for you. Please clarify the Two of Swords in the hopes and fears position for Aquarius. We have Two of Swords again. Okay, so I don't think we're going to find out. So you've got the Two of Swords clarified by the Two of Swords. Some things we're just not meant to know. Okay. There's some information that you need, that you want, that's going to help you move along, and you want to make this decision, and it's almost overwhelming you to want to make it, but you're scared to make it because it's as I keep saying, it's like you're at a crossroads and you're not quite sure which way to go. And look, let's see what else comes out here. Why do we have Two of Swords here in the hopes and fears position for Aquarius? Let's clarify the Two of Swords for Aquarius. And you've got the Eight of Rods. The Eight of Rods talks about communication, information coming to you. Okay, so it's like you're waiting for a final go-ahead for something. You're waiting for some communication which is telling you, right, how much money you've got, or yes, the place is being sold, or yes, you've got the job, or yes, I love you. That kind of thing. Okay, you'll know what that is. Now, the Page of Pentacles in your outcome position. Let's have a look. Why is the Page of Pentacles here? It's like an offer of some kind of stability. It's only small, but it's like a glimmer of hope I'm feeling. It's something that you're seeing. There could be some growth there. It could be a job or business or relationship, and it could be someone younger than you involved in this, and perhaps you're interested in them. I'll have a look. Why is the Page of Pentacles here in the outcome position for Aquarius for March? And we've got Five of Rods. Okay, so the Five of Rods talks about petty conflict, people arguing almost for the sake of arguing, and I'm thinking this can also be within yourself. So by the end of this period, it looks like you're still not going to be decided on your life direction or this path that you want to take. And I'm thinking that this is just the universe telling you to slow down a little bit. Yes, you are enthusiastic, but there is a little bit more growth you need, a bit more learning you need to be able to make this decision, because you could be walking into something that is not in your best interests. Okay, that's what I've got for you, Aquarius. You're looking like you're very excited to move forward, but I'm feeling that the universe is just making things wait, okay, and making you wait. And so maybe that's a good piece of advice for this whole spread here. But look, please let me know if that's resonated for you, Aquarius. I'd love to know. Please like and subscribe and leave some comments, and hopefully talk to you in a couple of weeks. Thanks for watching.